So, today we're going to deal with depression. What is depression? Well, you have to know what causes depression, the symptoms of depression, and the treatment of depression. But before we tackle those things, we're going to find out the meaning of depression. Depression is a mental disorder. So, by mental, it means we cannot see this with our naked eyes. It's a sickness. It's a sickness that is within a human being. You can't see or touch it, but it's there. So, what causes depression? There are many things that cause depression. Now, these are biological. Bio means life, but we're not talking about biology right now. We're talking about biological factors. These include how one is born. These include things that you cannot change. Some people stammer or stutter. This causes depression because it brings insecurities to the person who stutters. Some people are blind. This causes depression because they can't see. They also want to see. Some people are born with a disease. Say, for instance, HIV. This causes insecurities. Now, those are just some of the few things that are caused by biological factors. We also have psychological factors. What are these psychological factors? These psychological factors may include things. Sorry about that. These psychological factors may include things like schoolwork. Some people are not so bright at school. This brings insecurities. They are good at other things, but not school things. This causes depression. Now, there are also social factors. What are these social factors? These include having a job, having money, when you don't have a job, it causes depression. You see your friends working and you're not. You see your friends getting paid and you're not. A big factor. Lack of money. Lack of money is a great cause of depression. You can't afford things you want. You can't buy things you want. Everything is a hell for you. You can't go to places you want. You can't even eat the food you want. This causes depression. Now, what are the symptoms The symptoms of depression are a lot, but we'll just tackle a few. We'll tackle moods. So, what are these moods? You notice there's anxiety, person is always uneasy, the person is always tense. Sadness, you're having fun with someone, and then you notice all of a sudden they become sad out of nowhere. That's depression. Then loss of interest. Usually a person enjoys some things, doing some things like playing FIFA, posting jokes, but all of a sudden they stop, they start losing interest because they're not getting the things they want. That is caused by depression. Now we're also going to tackle behavioral. What are some behavioral symptoms? These include excessive crying, depressed people cry a lot. Actually, they cry usually because of almost anything. That's how depressed people are. There's social isolation. They like being alone. They don't like being around people. They don't like being with people. They don't like socializing. They hate that because of insecurities caused by depression. Another one, cutting hair. Depressed people usually like going bald or cutting their hair short. This is behavior. There's also dyeing hair, changing the color of the hair from black to brown, purple, or gray. The common one is lack of sleep. Depressed people find it hard to sleep. So, of all the things we've talked about, you should notice these things. Now, how do we treat or deal with depression? How? 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 Well, let's look at how we can. First, we can do medication. This medication involves antidepressants. Antidepressants are okay, but the problem is that they are addictive. So I wouldn't advise one to do medication. There are other ways we can deal with depression. Therapy. What is therapy? Therapy is being able to have someone to talk to. You don't always have to have a paid therapist to talk to you or to listen to you. A friend can be a therapist. The problem with friendships is that we don't want to listen to people, so that affects them emotionally. Sometimes all you need to deal with depression is a person to listen to you complain, to listen to you talk, to listen to you express yourself. I bet that's what you thought is all. But hold on, there's one key way we can deal with depression. How? Music. The music you listen to affects you. From the definition of depression, we said it is a mental disorder. So it involves the brain. Music helps you change moods. You ever wondered why when you're in the club you're always happy? Yes, it's the music. It's the music that's playing. You need to have jovial music. You need to have music that makes you dance. You need to have music that makes you happy. Listening to sad music is bad for you. Listening to music that reminds you of someone who's dead or alive or an ex is bad for you. You need to listen to music that makes you happy. You need to change your playlist. You need to have a good playlist on your phone. Delete playlist. Delete all the sad songs. Delete the sad songs. Delete them. It's good for your brain if you delete them. Do not listen to music that reminds you of things you don't want to be reminded of. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like. And don't forget to turn on notification. Thank you.